I'm gonna put the music down a little bit, just because you guys know can listen to the music still. But that's still, yeah, but that's still okay. I think the sound levels and everything are okay. Hey guys, how you doing? I should quit the overlay. Hey, look at this. Having my little overlay already up. Yeah, I'm kind of doing good, except I had my last day of my internship. So, which means no more working for free because I'm not getting paid for it. And I'm eating these delicious strawberries right now. They're just amazing. And by the way, just my eye is hurting a little bit, my right eye, which I'm pointing at right now, because while I was working on a car, which I do body works, and I was welding stuff, and I was just always smashing with a hammer on it, and some dusts and filth came in my eye, so I just tried to wash it all out, but there's still a little bit in, so it's hurting amazingly, and like. An hour ago my eye was like red as hell, so I put a little bit of ointment on it and it's a lot better right now. For the people who are thinking, what is the music? Well, it's kind of my own YouTube. It's kind of my own YouTube playlist, which I just listen to randomly at random days. These strawberries are so delicious. So, yeah. Just I'm waiting at this point for the cup to start because I'm normally going to start joining on Sharemoon, and when I'm joining on Sharemoon, I'm normally gonna be in a game, so I'm kind of waiting. This tournament is the ESL BLX Nightcup week, which is just a little tournament of, I think, max 16 players for ESL. So it's ESL, but it's just the Benelux part, so the Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. It's kind of fun part because it's like, it only takes an hour or two, and you had some fun. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting at this point for the first games to start. Like, still brackets aren't up. If I can find the brackets. It's kind of weird. So, guys, I'm gonna switch over to this little bit, go to full screen mode. Oh, look at that, XSplit is working amazingly at this point. Switching this, open this, and then we are going to go in the bracket system. Look at this, brackets. Gonna put the music down a little bit. Yeah. So, we're gonna have San has a bye, then we have Crazy Belk versus Slow Stupid, which I'm thinking I can get in that game. Bully versus Wyman, Yeka versus Leon. We have Wannaplay versus Random, which versus nobody because he just wins the game because of free buy. So 2 players gets a buy. Yeah, 3 players gets a buy. Even Willonic, Pixel, Xedo, Verklaring, normal. So 3 people out of the 16 already are gonna go to round of 2. So we are going to do that in a sec. So. Asking if somebody can just give me an invite. I don't know, like, at this point, it's like exams. The exams start in Belgium at this point, so a lot of people at this point are like, just they can't play. Like, they're just studying, learning, all that crap. So it's kind of understandable, like, if you can get 13 players already. Yeah, well, why not? And I think if the cup is over, like, I think it's only gonna take like an hour or 2. I think I'm gonna play some Starcraft. I think it's been a very long time that I've played Starcraft, or I'm just gonna switch over to Magic the Gathering again. I don't know. So it seems we are going to see the first game, which is Pixel versus gotta check the brackets for his good name. Pixel versus Willonic, if I'm right. By the way, this song is Blue Foundation, Eyes on Fire by the Z Remix. But we're gonna go inside the game, so I gotta just put this sound off, and we'll come to this a little bit later. So we're gonna go into our game 1 of today, which is gonna be a ZVP. People were saying there are no Zergs, so I'm gonna put the webcam off because I don't like casting with a webcam. Look at this, it's gonna be good. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna go in our first game. I think the prize is at Sunday, and I don't know how much it is. I don't know. I should check it out. But we're gonna have spawn locations. We are gonna have KS Pixel, who is going to spawn at the top right of this map as the green Zerg player, versus his opponents, who is going to spawn as the bottom left Protoss player. We are going to see Willonic. So yeah, we're going to have a PvZ on this wonderful map already. So, how are we going to see? This is a kind of big map for Protoss players, like he already got his rally just on this point, so that normally means we're going to see a Force Fast Expand, already going to get that pylon up. Maybe the pylon could be a little bit more at the top, so this little part gets covered in the force field, in the field of energy. Overlord is going to go through the middle of the map, and even that probe is going to be seen, if I am right. Nah, it's just out. It's not going to be seen. So he's just going to go inside the base, going to check some stuff out. Does my opponent already have a pull up? Does he already have a Visving Geyser? Like those stuff. And where does he put that second Overlord? Normally at second Overlord, I see a lot of players put it right here, or you can always put it right here. There's a difference. If you put it here, you can see pylons, photon cannons, everything getting made. So, what are we going to see? We're going to see a Forge first for Willonic. He's going to get some minerals and then maybe go back to his main base. Check, already having a spawning pool and no gas right now, which is something we are seeing a lot more as a Zerg play versus Terran and Protoss. Not even versus Zerg, because we want to have that speed up really fast. Probe is still staying inside the main base. Gonna check, does my opponent take gas? And he just saw that drone, so he knows, okay, I gotta get to this base and try to just delay that expansion. Gonna check, does he click it on the third? Nope, he didn't. So he's really gonna go to try to delay the main expansion. That was almost, but even forcing down a pylon, which is just 100 minerals that he just put in to just delay the expansion. But still, Pixel can always go through the third, and he's already getting 2 Zerglings out, so that pylon will go down eventually. Same Overlord placement, always good. Checking, okay, my opponent already has a Forge, nothing else. Getting that Nexus out and going for the expansion. Kind of interesting, he only has like the Forge and no full wall off. And this is like a little weak spot at this point. Like Zerglings can come in from this side, go all around, and get inside the main base. So yeah, well, if Pixel wants, he can do a good amount of damage already. He can try to get in, do a little bit of damage, and at this point, Pixel is getting his expansion. Kind of sad he didn't take the third, because at this point, he could double expand. Photon Cannon is on the way, and he's just gonna block it off with a pylon. That little choke that wasn't energy. So at this point, those Zerglings aren't doing anything, but they're going to kill that probe, which is already going to be a lot. It's one probe that's going to die eventually. That just went down. Photon Cannon is almost completed, and getting assimilators inside the base of Willonic. Overlord placement just at this back for later if he makes an Overseer. He puts down a little guy, starts walking around. Double expanding at this point for Pixel, which is really good. Trying to maybe get in with those Zerglings, but that's not going to work because there is that one probe that's just blocking everything off, even with the Photon Cannon, and forcing out a Zealot with Chrono Boost. Expansion is already done, and we're going to have a very late Cybernetics core, but you delayed it for an attack that was coming. You forced out 5 Zerglings. Okay, 5 Zerglings. 1 Zergling is normally dead or is somewhere on the field. Already having a Queen on the expansion, normally going to see a drone just kind of drone train coming up from the main to the expansion, and we're seeing that already 3 drones are getting transferred at this point, and more drones are on the way. Both players are at the same supply. We're still only 5-minute point 30 seconds in the game. It's looking good. We're gonna have that Zealot, and the Zealot is gonna die eventually. Maybe if he can micro. Yeah, he does that, microing the Zealots. And, well, he kind of lost 2 Zerglings to kill off a Zealot, which is, yeah, it's okay. It's 50 minerals lost, and you just kind of kill a Zealot, which is 100 minerals, if I'm still right. Yeah, they didn't change that. Damn, it would be amazing if that was like 150 minerals. It would be overpowered. I mean, broken. Or, I mean, I'm just gonna shut up. We're having Warm Gate technology on the way. He's not using any Chrono Boost. He's just using Chrono Boost to go for the, well, to go for probes at this point. Getting another assimilator in the expansion. Kind of interesting that he's not using those Zerglings to go to the Xel'Naga watchtowers. He can easily get the 2 Xel'Nagas and see everything what's happening. But Twilight Cancel already on the way for Willonic, so maybe we're gonna see that Blink play eventually. Already going for a very nice creep. Creep tumor spread, double queens already at the expansion. Normally one of them is going to be put at the 3rd. So Pixel isn't a good point. He's getting a Roach Horn and getting a Lyritic at 7:30, which is the normal standard timing at 3 bases. Reason why you get a 3rd base at this point is just because you get better income. Yeah, okay, it wasn't really, but okay, well, yeah. Zerglings are going to go for another scout. Still all Zerglings, still at 1 Xel'Naga watchtower, which is kind of sad. He can just get all around the map, put Zerglings at expansions, start rallying them around between the front and the 3rd at this point. But two Zealots are going to attack. No speed is just done, but all the Zerglings, they can just surround them, and they're just doing that right now. One of the Zealots are going to go really, really low, but microing them around a bit, and that's the sweet spot. That's the spot that Willonic wants, and at this point the Zealots are just killing everything. Those 2 Zealots did a good amount of damage. They just killed all of those the Zerglings, and they're just gonna retreat because they just did a good amount of damage. And look at that, Dark Shrine is already on the way, so that Dark Shrine is going to help because there is no detector except, well, an Overseer is just, well, an Overseer is just going out. So I think Pixel knows something. Did we see the Overlord or something going through the main base at this point of Pixel? Well, he went through and he still didn't see the Twilight Castle. Normal Twilight Castle is going to be put right there. Very nice spot to put it down. So Pixel is putting down some creep tumors again. He's going to go for a little creep spread. 10 roaches are coming on the field with his speed upgrade and the missile attack 1. Same as a Dark Shrine, he is getting a ground weapon 1, which is really going to be good with the Dark Shrine. They just really kill units very fast. If you get the Robo Facility up, you can start getting those Immortals out, which is really good versus Roaches, and maybe even a Warp Prism, which is just amazing if you just drop some Zealots inside the guy's base, and then warp in a lot of DTs.